I'm Elle with the Warden's Archive on Substack, and we're doing a live stream today with one of my favorite human beings, Cody from Tales of Saphira.
Tales from Sphera.
Yeah. And I melt every time he does. He told me about Project Abracadabra. He started this Project Abracadabra like a month ago, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he was we were in DMs talking about it, and I was like, go, you have to do this. Like, you have to, it's gonna blow you up. Like, this is so, and literally from the first one, I don't miss one. I watch them all the way through, and that's not me. I have kind of a busy schedule and a short attention span, and I don't typically make it through those. Every single one of those videos I watch, I absorb, I love. Cody is so talented, and with his voice narration, and he's so adorable. Anyway, that's my introduction, and now I'm gonna let him do the same introduction because he does it so much better. Watch this. Go.
Okay. Live from the Warden's Archive, we present the most unhinged live stream you have ever seen, featuring your host, Elle Abbott and C.T. Finney, writer, voice actor, and narrator.
It's so sexy. That voice. So rough.
I'm gonna be blushing a lot.
I know, I'm totally rad.
Elle is my goddess. Just so everybody's aware, Elle is my goddess. I worship her. She is religion. She is religion. So.
Goddess is not a new thing for me. My husband's he's been calling me goddess since we met in 2017. And before that, you won't be surprised, but I was kind of in a kinky lifestyle. I know.
Well, really?
Yeah. You?
No.
So yeah, I was, had my little circle that knew me as goddess and referred to me as such. It's just another day in the office.
It's great. The Discord reflects that too.
The Discord. Okay, so Cody started a Discord, and I don't know that much about Discord, but I started getting these, notifications when I joined, and I hopped in one day, and I immediately my eyes go to barbed penises and something about it, butt impalement, and I was like, oh, what am I missing? And instantly we all it popped off, and we've been popping off in there for days, and it's so fun. So if you get a chance to join Cody's unhinged Discord,
but you have to just subscribe. You have to be a subscriber first, and then you get the link.
If you guys are not, hey, Linda's on too. Hey, Linda.
Yes. Hi, Linda.
All right, this is like our crew. We love you guys so much, and apparently I'm the one that brought you all together, which is because I was surprised so many writers in dark fantasy were coming into my corner, because I don't write dark. But yet y'all found each other, and it's beautiful.
Well, it's like moths. So we're nocturnal creatures. We dark fantasy writers, and you have this like one bright, brilliant, beautiful light, and we go right towards it. We're just like you.
I would say you might be corrupting me a little bit, because I have been trying to write some dark stuff, but it's challenging. It's so challenging for me. It's like it's really out of my comfort zone. I wouldn't want to say comfort zone, but it doesn't come natural to me. It's like, and I feel things so deeply that, I tend to tone it all way down, where I read some of the stuff that you guys write, and I'm like, oh God, wait till October. Wait till October.
That's our best link. My best advice I could give to any dark fantasy author is publish your book in October. You're going to do so much better.
October is the 1 month where I just let myself go, just deal with it. A lot of times, like, reading horror is different than watching it. So if we were to sit down and watch a horror movie, I could, get through it if I was in the mood. Reading it instills images in my mind, which will inconveniently pop up at very awkward moments and become very disruptive
So
in my inner
Elle is
world.
Elle's and we all know she's a wedding photographer, so now I'm just imagining like, the priest giving a sermon and then just the church giggles hitting Elle.
Right, and then bloodletting starts, like, yeah, or worse than that, I don't watch porn either for the same reason, because I remember back in the day when I'm sitting in a conference room and all of a sudden some porn scene comes into my head at the most inconvenient time, doing a some slideshow or whatever in some office building with a bunch of insurance agents, and I'm like, okay, Elle, you cannot watch this anymore. Like, it would just be in my brain. So yeah, that's anybody else feel that way?
Oh, Mr. Mitch. Oh, we've got a Jonathan Scar. This guy, I don't, whoever he is, right? Like that guy. By the way, he was the barb penis. I just want to say all of that goes to him.
Inspired penis.
He just called Elle a bug light. No, I didn't call her a bug light. No. Well, actually, I guess I kind of did. We're moths and you're the light, so you're a bug light, Elle.
Oh yeah, right. That's okay. I don't
love
mind.
it. Yeah.
You guys are all my favorite bugs, so it's good. Okay, so I have some questions. I was going to ask you, Cody, what got you into dark fantasy and why do you love it so much?
That's a really good question. So it didn't always start out dark.
Oh no.
Like any fantasy writer, like the real draw-in was like Tolkien, C.S. Lewis, like those are like the classic staples where I remember reading them at a super early age. I must have been like in 8th grade or whatever. And like
Harry Potter too, right?
Yeah, Harry Potter
D&D.
too.
You played
D&D
and
in 8th grade. Okay. Yeah, I did. I was shamelessly like one of those who did it in like AIMs. So I would like, we were chatting, we were writing stories, and I was such a nerd when I was a kid. And it was great. And along those lines, like one of my favorite stories, and the reason that I keep writing today is because there was this girl that I had like a really big crush on in middle school, and she introduced me to D&D. And so we started like writing stories and stuff together. And she told me that she thought I was a bad writer.
Ouch.
And that my characters were 2D. And that phrase like grilled into me so much. I was like, what? No. And so what that turned into was like this like hostile attempt to prove myself to me, right? So that's why now when I'm writing, like I'm all into like this psychological horror is the shit, because I like getting into the character's mind, because like when we do that, we see them as like a live real person. So like third person, like limited is one of my favorite POVs to write in. But anyhow, so that was always like that one little hook thing, that like sat in the back of my mind for like ever. And I was like, if I do one thing in life, I am going to prove this girl wrong. And I don't know if I have or not, but so to get back to that question, so like what drew me to dark fantasy. So I remember honestly, and I think, and I you sent me that as a little flash preview, but was thinking about it. And I was like, I don't know. And I think it's a combination of things. Like, so number one, when I was a kid, I was exposed to some dark shit way too early. So we've talked about that in our other chats. Like I was watching Hellraiser when I was 7. Like what trumps that?
No.
What trumps that? Come on. But I remember what really got me thinking like I want to do this was watching the TV show Game of Thrones, honestly. Because I watched that, and like when I watch, I'm not watching as a writer, I'm sorry, I'm not watching as a viewer. I'm watching as a writer, and I'm also watching as an actor. And so I just saw how the dialogue and everything was so dark, but it was still this like epic story. And what I saw at the center of it was like this super amazing realism. And it kind of clicked. And I was like, oh, that's what fantasy's kind of been missing. Like we can actually be dark with it. Like we have permission to do that, And what I find about dark fantasy is it tells the tales that we're too skittish to tell. So for me, dark fantasy is one of those, it's like a license to just kind of like, yes, you have the magic, you have order, you have all of these things, you have a beautiful world, and you have a grim world. And so what I like about it is it kind of reflects like the world we're living in now. Because I mean, honestly, and not to be a downer here, so maybe I need to drink more of the Celsius. But like, I mean, we're in some grim times. We really are. But before all of that, like I think like dark characters read more real to me, like characters who are struggling with things, characters who are oppressed by the society that's around them, characters who don't have it made. They're not the destined lawful good hero, with the sword and shield in their hand. And that appeal to me just brought a realness to fantasy that just made me want to do it. So long story to answer your question, but yeah,
No,
that's
that's
that's what
good. It
I
also kind of answered the second one was too why you love it, and I do that too. I watch Game of Thrones. I also will watch stuff from a photographer standpoint too.
yeah.
Like I'm constantly just stopping, like my breath will catch, and I'll grab my husband and I'll be, "Did you see that camera angle? Oh my god,
Yeah.
that was art.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
beautiful. Like how they tell a story, how they place the camera, where
In
they
just a
where
shot.
exactly the
Yeah.
lighting that they use, the aesthetics that they
Yeah.
use, like."
Yeah.
I'm now as a photographer, I pay attention to stuff like that, and now, of course, as a writer, I always pay attention to characters, the depth, and the fractures that
Yeah.
are going on with
Yeah.
characters. Like it's
Yeah.
starting to stand out to me, and that's what I appreciate. I think about dark fantasy. In fact, I just dropped an article today about Brienne of Tarth, who is
Mhm.
my absolute favorite and think underrated character of Game of Thrones. Um,
100%.
wrote an article, so if you guys get a chance to check that out, if you are a Game of Thrones fan, just check it out because it's fascinating. She's a very fascinating character.
Yeah.
So, and now I also heard that you grew up in the Appalachian Mountains.
I did. I am an
So,
Appalachian boy, born and bred. Yes,
um,
Northwestern North Carolina.
I have gone down hours of rabbit holes on TikTok about the things that live in those mountains.
It's
And
easy to do.
I'm
It's
dying to
easy to do.
ask you, like, have you what have you heard about that? Have you experienced it at all?
So, it's interesting to me because, like, I think there's a lot of, like, cross folklore where people just think like, "Oh, let's attribute this to Appalachia or whatever." But a lot of the, like, darker folklores and stuff, I mean, it's interesting to me because it's like transnationality, but you get, like, a lot of, like, dark folklore from you think about skinwalkers or wendigos or whatever, you're looking at Navajo and Algonquin folklore respectively. But in Appalachia, like, the Cherokee have, like, their own legends and their own things, and so, honestly, all of these, like, folkloric stories are a mix of, like, what the Cherokee were already telling, what is a part of their culture, and the Scots-Irish immigrants that came into this place, and I'm a very Irish boy, you can tell from my last name, Finney O'Fianity. We changed our name when we got over here, I guess, but I really wanna go back to maybe I should be CT O'Fianity, that would be a lot more fun. But so okay, but then from that, though, yes, you have folk tales that start to emerge and start to evolve. Um, and I think it's because what you have to think about is, like, these people, when they settled this part of the world, uh, first of all, it was complete wilderness, right? There were no towns, there were no cities. It was them against the unknown. They didn't even know if the world existed beyond the Appalachian Mountains, right? So from that, I think and then in their interactions with the Cherokee, with the Catawba, with the Saratown in Northern North Carolina, uh, you get this mix and this conglomerate of beautiful folklore. But yes, I do have stories and I have like spooky tales. So I'm a huge outdoor enthusiast. So I'm a hiker, a kayak, I paddleboard, and I spend a lot of time on in the Appalachian Mountains and just hiking them up and down. Sadly, I've never encountered anything that has been, like, out of the norm, but there's a ton of tales around here about people who have. The first one that comes to my mind is the Brown Mountain Lights, which is a very spooky story. So there's a part on the Blue Ridge Escarpment. So in NC, the Blue Ridge runs like this, and it sort of slices a chunk of it out. And the escarpment is that first part that pushed up when Pangea, when everything collided. So the Brown Mountain Lights is a tale which is very interesting. It's about the Catawba Indians. And the Catawba natives, when they came to or in the region, there was a lot of wars that they actually fought with other tribes that were around the area in this specific portion of the Blue Ridge. So from that, the Brown Mountain Lights is a very weird story because nobody knows exactly what it is anymore. Scientists have tried to debunk it, but nobody has really been able to 100% establish that it is what science theorizes it is. So there's like this breathing room where this fantasy can kind of live. And the Catawba story is that the Catawba natives were at war with the Cherokee in these mountains, and they lost a bunch of their men. And the story is that the lights that happen in this place, and I guess I should set the context, like the Brown Mountain Lights themselves, it's like you go there at night and you can see weird lights that just rise up off of this mountain. There's an overlook. People actually will drive to this overlook just to see these lights. It's not a guarantee that they'll happen. They happen sometimes, but you go to the overlook, the lights start to rise up at nightfall, and it looks like just gaseous balls just kind of floating up over the Brown Mountains. And the lore there for the Catawba was that it's the women of the Catawba natives who are looking for their lost partners. And so that's a beautiful
That
dark
is
fantasy story,
beautiful.
spooky,
Yeah.
but and then that's the or spooky rather, but that's the weird part about that one is, like, I remember, like, my granny telling me back in the day, in Appalachia, we call grandmas and great-grandmas or grannies. So I remember her
Granny.
telling me never to go there. She was like, "Don't go there, it's in." So then you got that, you've got, haints. So we call them haints here. So I think it's a little bit of an Appalachian slang on haunts, maybe. I've never really taken time to look up the etymology of that specific word from Appalachian dialect, but haints are these things that are very similar to like I want to say the Navajo concept of like skinwalkers. So it's like this idea of like witches in the woods that maybe died or whatever, and they sent out their spirits and things. And so from this idea of haints, you get this these sayings. So in Appalachia, they'll tell you don't whistle in the woods at night, but they don't explain why. They just say don't do it. Just don't whistle in the woods at night. And if you hear your name called, don't turn around. And that one I love. That's one of my
I
favorite
know.
because
I've seen the videos of people out there, and you hear like
yes,
something in the woods, and they're like,
yeah.
"We're getting out."
And so when I
Don't
did
acknowledge it.
talking a little bit about Project Abracadabra, when I did Costington's video for episode 4, this last one, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It was one of my favorites. I've enjoyed doing it. It reminded me so much of that folklore here.
It did.
Yeah,
It did. It reminded me
yeah.
of that too. Yeah,
And
yeah,
so I got into it, and I was just like, in my head, I just kept hearing this, "Ratty boy," while this
yeah.
guy is just, like
Yeah.
in the middle of the woods or whatever.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so, but okay, before we treat, I have to share stuff because, like, when you told me this, I was like, okay, well, I know what I know, but I want to share like other, and I'll be brief about this. But I went through and I was like, okay, let me find more clips of stuff that I remember but don't know word for word. So one of my favorites is the Cherokee have a legend um, about a spirit called Spear Finger. And so and I'm gonna butcher this when I try to say this word in Cherokee, so I want to be careful here, but I think it's pronounced Utsadihi, and it's often depicted as like this fearsome witch who has skin as hard as stone, and the lore describes her as a shapeshifter. and she's capable of transforming into an old woman in order to lure children into the woods. And so Grandma Edith kind of came from that, the antagonist in A Bargain to Become, this idea of this like elderly entity that's just haunting the woods is terrifying to me because you get into the wilderness and what do you have, right? You just have this like, you have nowhere to run, like, except the way you came. And so that's one of my favorite Cherokee lores. Um, you have the Wampus cat. So there's a lot of cryptids too in Appalachia. So you have the Wampus cat, which is like this massive, enormous cat, or people think it was a cat. They don't know because it was depicted to be black as midnight. And it appeared in the mountains, and it was like almost like an ape like built creature, but looked like
An
a
ape
cat.
cat.
Yeah. That's
Also,
another
what
one.
Ricker said too, if it goes silent, it's time to go. I hear a lot of
Yeah,
stories about like
that's
no
it.
bugs, no
Yes.
bugs, no birds,
That
no sounds at all.
Yes,
Like,
so that's another
ooh.
Appalachian lore right there is like when it gets quiet in the woods, something is coming, something's happening. You need to get out of that spot. And as a hiker, when it's fun to like go and backpacker, so I'll sleep over in you know in the woods and everything. And I do this strictly to become inspired because it's just like these stories are in
You're
my
like,
head.
oh, one of these days I'm gonna
Yeah.
run into it.
And I'm
One
like, I
hiker,
wanna
one
see
hiker,
one.
she did a video on this. Really, she was like, I'm telling you, in the pit of my stomach and everything in my body, I've never seen anything so scary. And it was a deer, but it was all like sickly, like
Yeah.
it was like had a weird
Yes.
distortion to it, and it was like sucked in, like bones kind of
Yeah.
out, like looking all gnarly.
Yeah.
And oh man, her just the way she was describing it viscerally, how it affected her, like
Yeah.
not even explaining the deer that much, just that it was kind of sickly and off and
Yeah.
distorted looking. And
B.A. Ricker in our chat, he says
Wendigo.
Wendigo is an Algonquin creature, actually. So Wendigo comes from Algonquin folklore, and the antagonist, the hag in my novel, was heavily inspired by Algonquin folklore and this idea of the Wendigo. Do you want to hear an actual story that I have, like something that happened to me?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So, I used to work in a wilderness therapy camp several years ago, and I was a counselor there. And so part of my job was like we lived in a remote location, but every now and then we would take the kids like into town to do stuff like AA and NA meetings. We primarily dealt with addiction. And as I took the kids one night to an AA meeting, and I got back from AA, and this camp is out in the middle of absolute nowhere, in the South Mountain area. So in North Carolina, you've got this branch of mountains off from Appalachia, which is called the South Mountains. They're still part of the Appalachian Mountains, but it's like you've got the Catawba Valley in between. And so I took them to this AA meeting, and I brought them back, got them unloaded, sent my co-counselor with them to the house. And earlier that day, we had a kid who had disappeared. He had eloped, so he ran away. And we spent the larger portion of that day looking for him. And so we had this like golf cart kind of thing called a gator that we used to get around campus and try to find the kids. And I found him in the woods, and he was up a tree. So he'd climbed up a tree. He was stark pale, and he would say nothing. And I got him back to campus, and finally, because I had good rapport with this kid, and I liked this kid a lot. And I started talking to him, and I was trying to ask him, like, what happened? If he was okay? Because in my head, I'm thinking, he was triggered by something psychological was going on. And he told me that while he was in the woods, he encountered something that looked like a dog, but wasn't a dog.
Like standing on two legs.
And he said that when it opened its mouth, it made the sound of a horse.
Oh.
And at first I thought it was absolute nonsense. At first I thought he must have like eaten mushrooms in the woods, or he did something. I was like, there's got to be drugs at play here. Well, I get back from AA that night. I've taken the kids there, and Co-host has been sent. I close the door to the van. I walk closely to the fence post. We had a little horse ranch in the middle of our camp. And I get to the fence post, and behind the gator that we left parked at the carriage house that night, I saw my supervisor standing there. But he was standing there in a very strange way. His shoulders were more hunched forward. His arms were dropped out to the side. His head was lowered, but I swear to God, I saw his face. It looks like him, his hat, down to the shirt he wore, down to the jeans he wore, down to the white shoes he always wore. And he stood there and he was looking like this. And I said, "Hey," and I waved at him. And I said, the kids were held tonight at AA. I need to talk to you. We've got some stuff we've got to talk about. I think that they've gotten a vape in. We need to do searches. And he looked at me and, swear to God, did this number. And it was a sharp, jerky head movement. And he stared straight at me, but said nothing.
Oh!
So I thought that was weird, but he was kind of a weird guy. So I was like, okay. I was like, whatever. I was like, and I realized at that moment I'd left my walkie in the van. So I was like, I will catch up with you in a minute. Got to get my walkie. So I turned and went to get my walkie-talkie. When I came back, he was gone. And so I get on the walkie and I said, "Finn to Bryce." And he comes back over the walkie and he says, "Go ahead." And I said, "Where did you go? I just told you I needed to talk to you." I was like, "We've got stuff happening. We need to debrief." And he said, "Finn, I'm in the house right now." He was like, "I'm giving meds." He was like, "And we need help. Get in here." I was like,
Mimic.
"Okay."
Mimic.
So I was like, all right. So that unnerved me when he said that. So I got back on the walkie and I said, Finn to Worth, my other coworker, I said, "Were you outside just now?" "Nope. I've been in here on first floor doing my thing." I was like, okay.
Ooh,
And
mimic. It was a mimic.
only had one more co-counselor with me. His name was Rodney. And I said, "Finn to Rod." I said, "Are you outside?" "Nope. I'm up here with my level 3 watch," which was the kid that ran away. And when he said that, I got cold chills because I thought there was an intruder on campus. So I was like, okay, we have an intruder on campus. I said, well, we need to start some protocol. So I run into the house. We start protocol for an intruder on campus, which means we lock doors, we get the kids to the basement, and we called the cops. So the cops came, searched the premise, couldn't find anybody. The next morning, I woke up and got called to the program director's office. And he said, "Finn, I need to talk to you." I said, okay. He showed me the video camera from the night before. He said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." He said, "Okay, well, let me show you this." So he rolls the film and I look on the film. You see me walk from the van. You see me walk to the fence post. You see me being expressive and having a full-blown conversation. And you see that I am talking to no one.
Oh, that's a mimic. I hear a lot
the
of stories
story.
about the mimic.
Yeah. That's Appalachia. That's the only experience I've ever had where I was like, I don't know how to explain this because I'm crazy, but I don't hallucinate. I've never had hallucinations. I was like, this is, I know exactly what, I mean, he looked as real as you were to me. So there you go. That's the story.
Wow. Blair Witch vibes.
Yeah.
Blair Witch. That's a funny story. Blair Witch. I gotta tell you my story about Blair Witch Project because you guys will probably laugh. That's talk about brilliance in writing. I want to say I was 21 and I went backpacking around Europe. I dropped out of college. I couldn't sit still. I was I was a major athlete back then, and I just did not like to. And I couldn't pass math either. I kept failing math.
Me neither.
I failed 3 times, and I was like, I guess I couldn't get through it. So I said, screw this. I'm going to go into Europe. And back then, it was 1999.
Yeah.
So we didn't have an at-home computer. And most of the time, if, we watched movies, they was on, a tape or at the theater. And I was hanging out with some friends of a friend who said, back in that day, I have a friend of a friend who's in Germany. You should go hang out with these guys. I hung out with them all weekend. They were total gentlemen.
Oh,
Um,
good.
we did.
That sounds fun.
But they had like, it was in Germany. They had some like really good computers with like video and everything. We sent a video off
Yeah.
to my boyfriend. It was a joke video that like I got kidnapped, and I'm not kidding you when I tell you that he called my mom, and my mom called the Frankfurt police.
No.
And I was on a train to France when I ended up like at a cafe somewhere reading an email
Yeah.
that the Frankfurt police had came and knocked on their door, and like they had
Yeah.
me tied up with my scarf, like the scarf that you wear around your neck, like, and he was wearing a Homer Simpson mask, and he had one of those things that changed his voice, so he was like, "We have
Oh,
and you need to send us like 30 dirty socks or something stupid." It was stupid. And my boyfriend at the time like freaked out. So anyway, that night, it was one night, he was like, "Oh, there's this documentary. We should watch this documentary called Blair Witch Project." And he pulled out
yeah.
like a CD, and we were watching it on his computer. So I swear, I thought it was real. And now, only being a camera person, the only thing I kept saying was like, "Where are they getting all the fresh batteries?" Like I
Yeah.
kept thinking that. I was like, that was the only clue that I had that maybe it wasn't real, because I was like, "There's no way you can be out in the woods that much and
Those are the
still have
fresh
a
batteries.
battery in your camera. Like, come on." And but I watched that whole thing, and it kind of ruined a lot of the trip, because I was totally
Yeah.
down to like go see castles and be out in the woods, and that was like my
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
The rest of the trip, I was kind of staying in the taverns,
You're like
in the
looking around
bars.
like,
I was like
what's
sitting in the
coming?
streets. I was so freaked out. And then finally, when somebody had told me it wasn't real, I felt real like sheepish in a way. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, it really haunted me. It was,
And you know that series, the Blair Witch Project, like it gave birth to so many other great horror films. Like Paranormal Activity would not have existed without the Blair Witch Project, because it was
mm-hmm.
something experimental about the way that the camera, that first person, like this is a real thing that's actually happening right now. It brought the horror to like a whole other level, because
It
up to
did.
that
It
point
did.
we'd only been having like slasher films, and we've got Freddy, we've got Jason, we've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre, these things, and then we got to that and we were like, oh, this is a psychological horror, and this is
Yeah.
terrifying.
The
Yeah.
horror that's not seen was really
Yeah.
like what got me more than
Yeah.
anything. Like got in my head big
And you know
time.
what I find? I think that works when you're writing dark fantasy and horror really well, is it's not even about the dread that you write into the chapter, but it's about writing it to where the reader is thinking about whatever the thing is when it's not
Right.
even in the scene, you know?
Right.
And
Right.
that is
Right.
freaking
Oh, what
awesome.
happened to you?
Oh, I
You
don't
went
know.
dark.
Oh, it's Grandma Edith. Give me a secret.
Got a whole new look there.
I did, didn't I?
Oh,
But yeah,
and
so
you guys, if you don't follow B.A. Ricker, I'm sorry I did call you a he. It's she. It's Brittany. It's Brittany Ricker. She's an author here that I just recently connected with. I just saw her in the chat and wanted you guys to. I just wanted to flag her so you guys could follow her. She is published, I believe, or she has a publisher. She writes romantasy, and
nice.
I think you might have to let me know, Brittany, if you write smut too. I think she might be a smut writer.
I just subscribed. No,
No,
I actually did.
Like, wait, say no more.
And it's really funny because right as you said, I think she might be a smut writer, I hit the subscribe button.
I know. She's a hybrid kind of. Well, so
There's
we
not
were
enough of them on
we-
Substack. There's not enough smut writers on Substack.
Well, and the ones that are making the most money, I was telling her
Yeah,
this. I go, you go to the fiction, like rising in fiction, and it's always like
smut.
smut or gay smut, which
That's a new thing. That's a
people
whole
are,
different.
whole different
Yeah.
thing. Creature smut. So creature smut. Okay, we were talking about this in Discord.
Yes, we were.
A guy from
This
my
is how
husband's
unhinged
work-
the Discord is.
A guy from my husband's work was telling me about this book called Morning Glory Milking Farm, and because of our
That
unhinged
name.
I know. I actually spent my own money to buy this ridiculous book.
Oh, look at that. Okay, I have to say, Elle posted this in the Discord, which you get if you subscribe to me. I'll copy a link so you can be in on all of the mania and the chaos. However, with that disclaimer, Elle posted this in the Discord, and I remember thinking, I said, I can't tell if I'd rather be the Minotaur, the woman, or
Or in
somewhere
between.
sandwiched in between.
The Minotaurs seem to be having a lot of fun. I think it's a book about them getting milked.
There's no easy way to say this.
I
Okay,
can't.
I have to say,
I
all
was
right.
be way better at this. In my head,
So-
I was gonna come on here and be able to talk about this book with a straight face, and I wasn't gonna turn red, and I was gonna be able to talk about the veiny girth and all that without losing it. And I don't know if I can. I don't know. We might have to wait till last.
I was just telling Elle before we went live, I said, I will know I have made it when I have the opportunity to narrate a smut novel, because I want to test my voice acting talents with that. How can I hold a straight face? That's what I'm interested in seeing. I want to know.
Jonathan asked a really dangerous question.
Can someone catch me up? For those of us who are innocent, what is milking? What I would say to that is add that to the 100 Google searches that you have that already have you on a list, Jonathan.
Look, chapter 10. I'm gonna come. The spotted bull moaned, bellowing as his horns cut through the air. I gotta try to read like you. I'm gonna come so hard for you. It's just how chapter 10 starts.
That's how we start.
And I don't know how many, I randomly was opening it up. I don't know how many times she kept talking about how full his balls were feeling. And I was thinking, well, after she milks them, are they like shriveled up like prunes or something?
What are the logistics here? That's such a writer thing.
What are the logistics? Are they going to talk about how many fluid ounces come out when he does come so hard?
Am I helping
Is it like a fire hose? Or is it like a, does it shoot 10 feet across the room? Like, how do they catch it? I have to logistically, I'm invested.
They wrote this.
Somebody sat down and wrote this.
Someone wrote this. And I'm like, okay. And it's popular because I've seen this shit advertised on social media. So it makes me think, if they can write that, goddammit, I can talk about someone getting impaled in the anus.
On Discord.
On Discord.
I think at one point we were rating which one would you rather have, barbed penis or impaled butt?
Or impalement.
Like, impaled butt. Come on now.
And for those of you who are out there watching this right now who are completely and totally confused, it comes from chapter 6 of A Bargain to Become. I got butthurt because I lost like 2 subscribers after I had posted like from 6 to 8. And and I think it's because I think when people were going into A Bargain to Become, like they had the idea of, oh, this is a charming fairy tale. We're reading about a young man who's made a deal with a witch.
Cody, look at this warning, guys. Wait, where is it? No, it's not the prologue, which was chapter 6 or chapter 8.
Chapter 6 is the one with the anal impalement.
Because it's the new one, right?
Chapter 8 is the newest.
Right,
yes.
Yeah. Content trigger warnings. Okay, this is Cody. Content trigger warnings. Okay, take a deep breath, everybody. Drink some water. Graphic violence, gore, body horror, death, infant in danger, sexual threats, attempted sexual assault, transphobic misgendering language, trauma involving childhood sexual assault because it's a flashback, psychological distress, suicidal, supernatural horror, grief, and memory erosion.
Well, when you put it that way,
yeah.
Take my money.
If you were on chapter 8 and you got through the trigger warning and still read it and decided to unsubscribe, good. Bye.
Right.
I mean,
you knew what you were getting into.
Because I got through half of that and went, I'm not ready yet. congratulations on making it to 200. By the way, I think
Thank you.
when we first connected, just even before you started Project Abracadabra, you were
I had
barely
like
at
10.
50, and we were like
Yeah.
celebrating 50, and it's really cool. It is.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference to celebrate all the people who are coming into the community and reading our stuff. Like it's
Yeah.
just, it's the best dopamine
Well, what I love is
thing
like,
you can give a
yeah,
writer.
it really is. I and I tell people in my Discord all the time for subscribers, like, y'all are my drug, literally. Like the endorphins I get from reading the unhinged shit, or just from connecting with like subscribers and like hearing about like how the work affected them, and it doesn't even have to be about the work. It could be about whatever nonsense we're talking about, whether that's anal impalement or I don't know what recipe is great for Konstantin Dmitriev to make tonight for dinner. Like it's all there, and you'll get everything in between. So yeah, like, and it gives me so much. And you're so right, Elle. Like it is. It's like it's endorphins, and it's just like,
No, it is.
and I love it.
And just meeting other authors who are that are going through the same thing you are, which
Yeah.
every author I know has bouts of depression and doubt and fear, and you're questioning your own stuff. And I have these like I call it like the 10 days of like I'm a superstar, and then there's there's the 11th day, or like
it gets in,
or
it
like
worms its way in. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm
And
oh shoot, are people gonna
yeah.
get this, or is it too mellow? Did I not,
Yeah.
just overthinking
Yeah.
your own everything. And then you can come into this Discord and talk to other author, and they get it, and they
it feels so
understand, and
good.
they
It's
encourage
like,
you
and they
through
got
it,
it.
and they make you
Yeah.
laugh, and we talk
Yeah.
about unhinged stuff, which just gets your mind in a totally different place.
It does. It takes your mind off. It takes your mind off of all the, and it does. It put me in. It's put me in like such a good spot. Like, and I love it. And I love connecting. That's the thing I love too, is the connection. Just like, I want to know the people who are interested in the shit I'm doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and I don't want metrics or numbers. Like, I want relationships. I want like, I want to hear what they think. I want to hear their thoughts. I want to hear their feelings. I want to hear what they would like to see, and it's just one of those things. And what I love about the Discord is, yeah, it's like it started out, and the first people who joined it, it was a lot of us who were just like, I think we all started similarly to like
Around the
a
same time.
Yeah,
I started
yeah,
February, middle of February. When did you start?
I started in March. Yeah. So
Okay.
it was
Yeah,
like
February, March time frame. And we got a lot of new people coming into the archive that I see only have a couple subscribers. So I'm hoping that they, I try to do this, but sometimes I do get a lot of subscribers now, and I don't always have time to go in and DM them all. But when I do have time, I'll go in and I recommend that to everybody on Substack. Like, if you do have time to just reach out and DM the people who just subscribe to you, and just give them some love and tell them thanks. And also, like, hey, we're a community. Like, I see that you're new. If you have questions, let me know. People are asking me questions about audio, and Corey and Cody.
I've always said it was actually supposed to be my name. My own mother wanted to call me that, and changed your mind at the last minute.
I know your name's Cody. Why did Corey just come out of my mouth? Like,
because I was supposed to be a Corey.
I think your essence screams it. It like screams Corey.
My Corey.
I was listening to your prologue, or it was maybe chapter 1 of
A Bargain to Become.
Bargain to Become. And I was listening to your narration, and I was like, how did you do that? And you're like, and it's so simple. Substack just allows you to, put a little audio track in there. Embed audio. And then Cookie was the one who introduced me to 11 Labs, because I use 11 Labs to audio, and I do an audio for everything, for all of my Ethara stuff. If you're gonna read my parody, you just have to raw dog it. But parody is supposed to bring people in, but I think it's what I'm getting known for. But Ethara is my baby, and I want people to read it, but I have very dense, long chapters, so I go ahead and put them in audio. So if you're busy, you can listen to it. And
And that's the same, and I do too, and I wanna say real quick, like, the biggest feedback when I started Substack was that, because initially I was just posting, like, individual, like, chapter 1 POVs, and in my main serial, for those who haven't read it, A Bargain to Become, it has, like, 3 very distinct sort of main characters, and it tells the story through their POV and their lenses. But when I first started posting it, I was only posting like the individual POVs, and then I would wait a week and I would post the second one. So it was like 3 weeks before chapter 1 was in full. But I got feedback from fucking Anthony Fantasy, who I love, by the way, and I
I
hope
think
that
he's here. I think
is
he's
he?
here.
Good.
Yeah. I think
And
he is
he
here.
told me, he was like, "Hey," he was like, "I like what you're writing, but you're losing me, like, with just, like, spacing these, like, POVs out." He was like, "This stuff needs to be consolidated." And I was like, "Oh." I was like, "You know, it probably should." But what that meant was, and so I started consolidating them, but what that meant was, is like, yeah, it's longer chapters, it's thicker. So I feel like the audio helps because you can put it on in the background. I think it's Scar says, like, when he listens to it, he's like washing dishes in the kitchen or whatever he's doing, making dinner.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and audio brings that extra thing to it. It brings that extra enhancement. And I want to be clear here, and I'm going to say there's a big difference in like the audio that you record and embed, and like the listen button up at the top right corner. Because the listen button,
Huge. Oh,
this is
forget the
this is
listen
what you're
button.
gonna get. You're gonna get, "She smiled, and I said, hello, hello." She touched his big hairy, okay, and
No, it doesn't. I know.
yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't have any inflections. It's very fast. It has a very quicker pace to it. And
yeah, yeah,
I know sometimes when we're listening to YouTube videos, we want to get through it. We put it on 1.5 speed and just blast through
yeah,
it. But when I'm listening to a story, I want to hear everything that's going on. I want to absorb it. I
yeah,
have these little meta glasses that I wear now, and I do the same thing. I'll listen to my books on audio while I'm
yeah,
washing dishes and stuff. And a lot of times, though, I have to go back and read it still, because even for me, I lose a lot of it with audio.
yeah,
I don't pick up as much as if I'm actually reading it, but
yeah,
it's nice to have it. So I put it on there because I want people to be absorbing Ithara as I'm working up to the Warden. And so
yeah.
that was you. That was my Cody man. My little
Thank
teen
you.
wolf over there with your
I love it.
little hairy chest.
Before we went live, she commented on the hair on my chest, and I'm like, "Yes, Elle, I am a fucking werewolf. That's what it is right now." Like, you know, I'm not manscaping. Nobody.
Hey, so
When
you
you're
want to
single,
play?
you don't have to. Like, who the fuck
That's
manscapes?
true.
And I'm talking women too. Like, women should not womanscape. If you're single, just be natural. Be
Rock some
natural. It's
armpit
so much
hair.
fucking
Yeah, why
work.
not?
It's so much fucking work. Yeah, like.
Get a big bush. Bring it back.
Oh God, the Celsius and the whiskey are talking at the same time. Pardon me for that, folks. Please don't cancel us.
All right. Like, please don't. I don't know how many subscribers am I going to lose from this live stream today.
I think that sometimes I'm like, if I
Yeah.
say this, like,
Yeah.
if I type this.
Yeah. Oh, Brittany likes werewolves too. But I think it was Brittany, or somebody was asking me, would I rather have Edward or what was the other kid's name?
God damn it, Elle! If you wouldn't have, I could have told you. Taylor Lautner played him. Jacob. That's it. Jacob. Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, neither. But if I had to choose, like if I had a gun to my head and I had to choose, I'm choosing Jacob 100%.
I would
like,
choose
there's
Jacob.
No
Who the
question.
fuck wouldn't choose Jacob?
I do not
like,
want an ice cold dead boyfriend.
Yeah,
No thanks.
no.
No
And
thanks.
and that actually brings
Black
me back
Edward.
to like. That brings me back to the unhinged nature of the Discord. And earlier I said, and I just made a comment. Somebody was talking about, I don't even remember how we got on the subject in Discord, but I made the comment. I was like, I think everybody forgets these days that Twilight was actually a novel about a girl who reached an indecision and an existential decision on choosing necrophilia or zoophilia for her personal, like, We all want to talk about vampires. Oh, they're sexy, but really, you're fucking a corpse. That's actually what's happening. He's undead.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
never the vampire thing. No, werewolves are definitely a little sexier, I would say for sure. I mean, plus I'm a dog girl. I got 2 of them, and I'm always just one of
Yeah.
them's a stage 4 clinger. I mean, I should have named him Shadow. He's pitch black, and he's always clinging to my ankles. And I turn
Yeah.
around, he's there, trip over him.
Yeah.
He's my dog. So, and plus Jake was
Yeah.
really like, he was exceptionally good looking. Like
yes, he was.
he was
He had
like,
that,
and
like, he was so,
Edward was like
composed
pale,
and
looked like he
together.
needed vitamin C and maybe some makeup.
And not to mention, like Jacob's as a voice actor, like I saw his like Taylor Lautner's performance in that was beautiful.
kink shaming scream.
Yeah, the voice he constructed for his character was like really fucking awesome. I mean, he just had like this. It was really subdued, but it was like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I want you to know that I
actor,
love you.
But in interviews, he hated Twilight. He hated that character, and he hated Twilight.
Yeah,
could kind of tell. But no, we're not shaming you guys if you like vampires.
No,
I get it.
no,
I get the
no.
I get the glam. All right, speaking of all this, since we're getting wild, we're gonna play a game of smash or pass or
smash or pass. Okay, let's just reiterate. And now, ladies and gentlemen, featuring C.T. Finney and L. Abbott in a game of smash, pass, or 4 tequilas. Let's see where this goes.
Like a morning radio show.
Which is falling out of popularity, by the way. Okay,
really?
Real quick before we go. Yes. So, okay, as a voice actor, I have to say, and I'll be as quick as I can. As a voice actor, I have to say that narration has changed so much just since the 90s alone. So, like in the 90s, you had like this, it was very popular to have this very strong announcer style whenever you were reading an audiobook. That's what everybody wanted to listen to. And then in the mid 2000s, we get to this, where it's just kind of a conversational thing. You want to hear like you're talking to someone in the room with you. And now we are at like this shit that Gen Z has introduced onto us where we go to, yeah, and I'm telling this story. And it's really aloof. I don't really care about the story, but I'm giving you my rendition of it. And that's what people are wanting now. So as like a voice actor who has like this kind of like, like I love that theatricality of it, I find myself with my professional projects having to like subdue myself because that's what people are looking for. Anyhow, all right, so there you go. You've been educated on that.
I don't want to subdue, but anyway. Yeah,
Me neither.
That history was very interesting. Thanks for sharing it. All right.
Yeah.
Tyrion Lannister, smash or pass?
I would smash his little ass. I would smash his little ass so hard. Let me tell you, Tyrion. I don't discriminate. I don't care that he's a dwarf. That makes the fact he has that wit, he has that sharp angle, he knows what he's doing. He's so fucking smart. I would so fucking smash.
You ever seen that episode of Futurama with the big tall ladies and they you ever seen the Futurama show? And it was Die by Schnoo. It was Schnoo.
Yes.
I would smash this to Schnoo. Level,
I would too. I would smash him to Schnoo.
I'm a big girl, and he is not so much big, so he would die.
Peter Dinklage, right? Peter Dinklage. That's the Is that it? Is that the actor?
I think it is life insurance policy that covers Schnoo. That's my Schnoo. All right, Brianna Tarth.
I would totally smash Brienne. She makes me so happy because, well, here's the deal. Like low key, like actually high key. Like I have a thing for tomboys when it comes to my women. So women who show me like that strength to where it's like, I don't give a fuck what people think. I know who I am at my core. I know I'm meant for this role. I know I'm meant to do the thing I'm doing. That is incredibly sexually appealing to me. So absolutely. Smash Brienne of Tarth. Yeah.
Yeah. She's sexy. I'm going for smash. Dead sober smash. 3-4 times.
Yes.
In one night. For sure.
100%. Oh, wait a minute. Are we both bisexual? Are you bi as well?
Don't tell anybody, but I have an ex-husband and I have an ex-wife. So yes.
This is two chaotic bisexuals on a live stream, everybody. This is a gem. I love it. Oh, that's beautiful.
And
Okay, cool.
and on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm kinky as hell. Like,
Heard.
but my wonderful husband, who I love, he's a vanilla bean. He is vanilla with vanilla on top of that. He's a vanilla sandwich, and I love him. He's amazing. Everything's amazing.
And what she's not telling you, folks, is he's standing in the background with a gun pointed to the back of her head. Watching it.
No, he's not. With Forza 6 just came out. He's probably playing Forza. We love that game. And he knows he's vanilla. He's no shame in that.
I love it so much.
So, yeah. So my life went from really kinky to a lot of love making, but I don't complain.
What? And that's why you're a romantasy author.
I know. And maybe I should think about writing some kink, you know?
You should. That would be interesting. Your dark fantasy? Okay, so here's the deal. We're all slowly like, okay, and by we're all, I mean like my fucking Discord. Because it's a black hole. Once you go into it, you're done. It's over. It's corrupted. But we're slowly turning out into dark fantasy. And I could
easily walk through that door if I talked about it through the Dom perspective. Like if I go into that whole Dom persona,
yeah,
I could be wicked. Now that I think about it. All right, Samwise.
Pass.
And
I'll tell you, and it's not why you think it is. I passed on him because I just did not like his character. And like I found myself I didn't. I just didn't. I was like
it was really like, come on, man.
It's overwritten and it's like an obvious nod to fucking Samwise Gamgee. And like and I appreciate Easter eggs, I appreciate nods, but they need to be done much more subtly. I did not care for Sam, and not to mention he's the one who fucks the whole thing up for Daenerys and Jon. So it's like, he's like, oh, I can't tell anybody this. I've got to keep it a secret, and then he blurts it to the first person he can fucking find. So it's a whole situation.
He's a pass. I agree.
Yeah.
He's a pass.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Yeah. The Hound.
The Hound. Oh my God. If there is a more like, here's the deal. I'm not going to say smash, but I'm not going to say pass. What I'm going to say about the Hound is I'd love to be him. He's just a tired, worn out mercenary, and he's just ready he's seen it all. He's done it. I would be a sidekick. That's what I would do. So is there like a bromance option? Because I would
bromance. Okay, you can
I could be in a bromance option.
We're not holding you to any of it. I'm gonna say 4 tequilas.
I forgot that's an option. Okay, let me change. Then 4 tequilas for me, right?
Yeah, 4 tequilas, because I mean it's gonna hurt, but it's gonna be worth it. So Yeah, 4 tequilas. Okay.
4 tequilas. Oh, 4 tequilas for us both of that one, yes.
How about Voldemort?
Voldemort. Oh.
4 tequilas?
Oh, let's see. Okay. I love a villain. I do. It's what got me into dark fantasy. I like anti-heroes and I like villains with compelling cases. And Voldemort has a very compelling case.
He does.
Let me put it this way. If I could get him as Tom Riddle, fucking smash. If I have to take him as Voldemort, 4 tequilas.
4 tequilas. All right, I'm right there with you. I'm gonna smash it on 4 tequilas for sure.
But the actor that played Tom Riddle was so fucking hot. Like I was just like, I was like, oh yeah, that's a guy. That's a guy right there. So, but yeah,
Ursula.
Smash. Oh God, smash. Like, I mean, she's literally everything that I want to be in life. Like, I want to learn from her. Like, yes, I want to be as intimately involved with Ursula as possible, even if it includes tentacles. Don't write that on the recording. All right.
I definitely want a motorboat, Ursula. I would say that.
Yeah.
Get some motorboat action in there, but all right.
She's fabulous. And my favorite, let me just pause because I love my favorite Ursula line is ever, and I'll never forget it. And don't forget body language. I love Disney villains so much. Disney
Somebody had a
turned me on to stuff.
Somebody had an Ursula video that I came across on TikTok. Damn it, I should have recorded it and kept it. It was so good because talking about how she was like trying to save Ariel because her father was abusive, and it was actually like they twisted her into a villain, but she was actually more of like, you know, a good witch.
I saw that.
Did you?
Yes.
And I was like,
saw that.
And I love that. I love that spin.
Yeah.
I was like,
I like that
makes
concept.
Sense.
I want to read it. And you know, and the thing is Disney has done a lot of like, let's take our villains and make them anti-heroes. So we had Maleficent, right? And then we had Cruella, right? So I would love to see an Ursula like anti-hero kind of backstory. Like, why is she the way she is? You know? Because that's the cool thing. Every villain has something that made them who they are. If they're a good villain, they do. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, and how about Elsa?
Smash. I would totally smash Elsa. She's just beautiful. She's blonde, she's talented, she's blue eyes, crystal, and she's like just a great singer. And she can turn shit to frost. So like I want to be on her good side, you know, because
I'm gonna pass because this is gonna be a little bit of a cold smash, I would say. So I'm gonna
how many smashes have I had?
It's all right. You can have as many as you want.
We did establish at the beginning of this clip that I am a notorious subsex slut because the words we used.
And we don't need to say that about me. It's just obvious because of the color of my hair. Princess Leia.
Oh, you know, is she my sister? Because passive so.
It's true. You do kind of look like Luke. I never thought about that. You do kind of look like Luke.
If she's not my sister, I'm gonna be a very stereotypical boy, and I'm going to say smash. But
smash, I'm smashing the princess.
Especially in like the Jabba the Hutt outfit, you know, where she's like a undercover courtesan. I was like, yeah. I think that made every man lean forward. They were like, and probably gay or bisexual woman lean forward in that.
Yeah, so. I'm all for the princess.
Yes.
All right, Edward Cullen.
I'm gonna pass on Edward too, and I don't care if you unsubscribe to me for saying so. Like Edward, the thing with Edward is this. I just think he's like kind of a manipulative son of a bitch. And he uses this like gloomy, dark, like, oh, I'm such an edgelord, but you should definitely love me. And you should feel bad for not loving me because I'm so sad. And I need love to make me whole. Like that's his whole like pied de resistance. And I'm just like not here for it. I've had exes like him, and every one of them are exes for a reason. Pass on Edward. I'll take Jacob.
All right, how about Scar?
Oh, smash, hardcore smash. I love Scar. I have a dream of playing him on Broadway. A shining new era is tumbling nearer. And I just love it so much because who is the voice actor who did, oh, God. Legendary guy, and I'm drinking, so I can't remember his full name.
Chiwetel? Ejiofor? I don't know how to say his name.
I'm talking about from the Disney's, because that was my introduction.
Voiced by Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons, that's it. I think Jeremy Irons is a masterclass in voice acting, and I've always wanted to be Scar. That's like my dream. Before I die, I will play Scar on Broadway. It's gonna happen.
I'm a 4 tequilas.
4 tequilas with Scar? Why 4 tequilas with Scar though? I want to know.
Because he's more, he's beastie. He's a little beastie.
But let's assume we're lions, right? Let's assume we're both lions. You're a lioness.
4 tequilas.
Still?
Yeah.
Poor Scar. Poor
they
Scar.
got kind of chipper, and he's kind of, and we have to I have to get there. But yeah, 4 tequilas. We'll smash it, but just get a little drunk first. All right, this one we're gonna say it at the same time. on the count
Okay.
of 3.
Okay.
All right.
This determines
Maleficent.
hold on.
1, 2,
Smash.
3.
Oh,
Of
smash.
course, smash.
Sorry,
Of course,
I
smash.
ruined that, but I couldn't
That's
help
all
it.
right.
I love her so
I
much.
mean, we were both gonna smash it. I'm gonna smash it, 3 times in a night.
And
4,
let me
maybe 4.
on,
We're not
on
getting any sleep.
maybe 6 on the voice acting on the voice acting end. First of all, you guys, Eleanor Audley was the original voice actor for Maleficent, and she was fucking insane. And I love the way that she acts in it. And that was the first Disney film that made me into Disney, and it was because of Eleanor Audley. I was obsessed with Maleficent, and I was like, holy shit, the drama there, which I love. What a glittering assemblage you have here, King Stephen. Nobility, the gentry, and of course, even the rabble. The way that she has this but it stays the same, but she moves from fry to wet, and it's this really cool way that she does it.
And
Eleanor
she
Audley's
shapeshifts
amazing.
into a dragon, which is
Yeah, that literally. I have to take back what we first said when I originally started this live stream with you. It wasn't LOTR that got me into fantasy or dark fantasy. It was fucking Sleeping Beauty. I mean, if I'm being perfectly honest, yeah, because I was obsessed with that film as a kid. I loved it so much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Merlin.
Oh, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna say pass. And I'm telling you why. Because Merlin is a wizard. I have a very strong feeling he is a massive control freak. And me and control freaks don't really get along, because when you try to control chaos, that's yeah. Entropy and order don't exist. But I feel like wizards are very regimented, and they are that. And I yeah.
Okay,
what about you?
Would
you smash
Hear me out.
Okay.
Smash, because he's got a staff. Imagine what he can do with the staff.
I'm fucking dead. We have to R-rate this live stream.
I know. Okay, so how about Lucas Malfoy?
Lucius Malfoy?
Yeah.
Oh yes, Lucius. Okay, this is a hard one.
Call him Lucas.
I don't know. The thing is with him is I love the actor, but I feel like I need to make a distinction between the actor and the character here. So with Lucius, I'm going to say pass. And I'll tell you why. Now, the actor, I would say smash, absolutely. But the character is because Lucius is very super concerned with hierarchy and family. It's like a monomaniac obsession for him. And I just could not see myself tolerating that even for a one night stand. I would be like, honey, go to therapy. That's what needs to happen.
I'm a 4 tequilas on that one.
4 tequilas. I keep forgetting that's an option, damn it. Maybe 40. Okay, maybe 4 tequilas. All right, I'll say 4 tequilas.
4 tequilas. Yeah. You're only gonna last through it one time, and you'll survive.
When I can make bad decisions, yeah, sure, why not?
All right, so now we're gonna talk about Lord of the Rings. Sargon.
Okay. Sauron. Are we talking about
Sauron?
Christopher Lee?
Well, I had a hard time finding some kind of picture of him without the mask.
So just the character. All right, taking Christopher Lee out of the character.
Yes.
Sauron. Are we meaning the Dark Lord Sauron? Okay, not Saruman.
Yes.
Okay. I submit to him. I mean, he was what drew me into dark fantasy.
You're gonna smash. You're gonna smash.
I would smash him. Absolutely smash. And whatever else he wanted to do. If we take over the world today, that's fine.
You're on your knees. I serve you.
If we canoe down the black streams of Mordor, you are my master.
Saruman. I'm gonna pass.
You're gonna pass? Why are you passing on Sauron, the Dark Lord?
I mean, it's hard for me to pass. Okay, 4 tequilas. 4 tequilas.
4 tequilas. Oh, I realized why you would pass, because you've done your research, because you just wrote logistics of
Of loving a Dark Lord.
of loving a Dark Lord.
Very destructive.
I love it.
Daenerys.
Smash.
Smash. Smash.
And not just, we're not talking just smash, like Mary. That's where it would go.
Yeah, we're gonna marry
I would
her.
never betray
She's
her
wise.
like Jon Snow. No, I mean, I would
No
like,
way.
because she's such a
Yeah.
visionary. And even in her mania and in her craziness, I
Oh,
would
yeah.
be there being like, yes, let's burn
Yeah.
the goddamn world down together, honey.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
It's you and me.
Absolutely. Yeah, so it's not even about smash or pass. We're marrying her.
Yeah,
She's wifey.
exactly. It's Mary.
wifey.
It's Mary. She's
Han Solo.
Han Solo. Smash. I would fucking smash.
Smash.
I love his grubby,
Smash.
like, okay, so Harrison Ford's Han Solo was like a super big inspiration for my Kaylin in my A Bargain to Become novel. So like, I love that idea of just this total sleazeball, but he's so fucking charming, we just can't say no.
Can't say no. Yeah. No, I'm gonna ride that face all night long. All night long. He's gonna
we have
die
similar
a happy
tastes, is
man.
what I'm discovering.
All right, how about Shrek?
Shrek. I'm gonna pass because I don't know. I mean, it's just like he has some hygiene issues that I would not be okay with. I'm gonna leave it at that. I need a man with good hygiene. That's what I have to have.
I'm gonna pass too. All right, but this one makes me question.
Oh, wait, Ricker says 4 tequilas on Shrek. Okay.
4 tequilas.
Lotharis Archives, who I love.
Honestly, there's probably not a whole lot on this list I wouldn't do after 4 tequilas. 4 tequilas is very dangerous. Okay, how about Donkey?
Eddie fucking Murphy. Oh god.
Eddie Murphy.
Okay, so Donkey. I mean, he's so charming and he's so charismatic. What I'll say is this: zoophilia is not my thing, but if I were the dragon, I absolutely would have smashed Donkey. Why not? He was fun. He seems like just a boost of endorphins, like whenever he's around.
Yeah. All right, 4 tequilas. Moving on.
No further comment.
All right, dragon.
The dragon. I don't think I'd have a choice. It's either smash or get burned by fire. So we choose our path. We choose our adventure here.
Oh yeah. All right, smash. Moving on.
Yeah, smash. Put it down.
All right, I'm gonna apologize in advance for this one. This one makes me kind of mean. How about Gollum?
Oh god, and then Andy Serkis. Okay, but it's Gollum. I'm gonna pass on Gollum. And here's why: because he's like, he has one obsession. Like, it's never gonna evolve into anything more with him. And as much as but I do now. What I'll say is, if you knew me in 2010, you would have known that my type was like thin and gaunt, to where we were questioning whether they were a zombie or not. But there had to be like emo hair happening, right? You know what, Galactic? That's fair. 10 tequilas, because he's remotely my type.
After 10 tequilas, you'll be like, wow, you have beautiful eyes, Gollum. I love those deep blue sea eyes. Come here. Mwah. 10 tequilas. He would look pretty handsome. There was when we were talking about morning radio shows, there's this one that's like second date update. And this guy's calling in to the radio about this girl that he dated, and it went really well, and he wants to know what happened. Well, they call her, he's on the other line, she doesn't know he's on the other line, and she said, well, it's really because I saw that he had a tattoo on his chest of Gollum, and I was just picturing myself as we're making love, and I'm looking at this tattoo of Gollum.
Oh my god. We have a fan fiction. You know what? Okay, fuck it. In the chat, someone who writes that scene. Don't use Elle's name, but a character Inspired by Elle. I will narrate that shit.
All right, that brings me to this one. How about Dobby?
Dobby!
Dobby's so sweet. He's so sweet.
I love him, but
He's got
I
a big
wouldn't
nose, so you know
smash.
what that means.
Well, yeah. I still wouldn't smash. I wouldn't smash Dobby because Dobby is too like pure
He's too
and too
innocent.
perfect.
He's too. I know.
innocent.
Pass. We're
He couldn't
passing.
handle me.
We're passing.
Yeah.
Well, what about Jar Jar Binks?
No, I would get tired of his voice. I would just get too tired of
his voice is annoying.
Well, okay,
yeah.
10 tequilas because he does
10,
have some charismatic moments where it's like, okay, well,
right.
this
And
could be interesting.
He's not bad looking for the alien type he is. He's pretty
not
cute.
bad looking, and I like his outfits the most. Like, put me in like a leather like corset and like,
right.
I'm there. Give me a leather corset. Yeah.
Right. But I'm gonna pass personally.
Yeah,
and then you know what? I don't even know if we want to do
know.
Yoda. I think Yoda's a pass for me.
Yoda's a pass because Yoda is senpai. Like that's just simply what it is.
I would destroy Yoda in a smash.
Yeah,
he would not survive, and we need him. So
we do.
But then again, Chewbacca is a straight smash for me.
Okay, everybody, I'm finding out Elle has a thing for furries. So here we are. We've got the Minotaur and
I'm
Chewbacca.
gonna make it my little pet. Plus he's super tall. That's right, my little pet. In fact,
love
you can't have
so
him. You're
much.
not allowed to smash him. We're moving on.
That's fair.
He's mine. He's mine. Okay. Jack Sparrow.
Oh, smash. God damn smash. Smash 1,000 times over. Yeah. No question.
I'm a 4 tequilas because of the hygiene thing.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. He is missing a few teeth. He might have bad breath, but
probably has some stinky rum breath.
Yeah.
But after 4 tequilas, I don't care. We'll go for it.
You're there. Yeah, you're there.
Ooh, I don't know why I picked this. This is mean. Pennywise.
Oh, god damn. Okay. Okay, I have to draw a distinction here because what I have to say is like my biggest celebrity crush fucking ever is fucking Bill Skarsgård. I just have a fantasy that he and I truly belong together. And like, I love him so much. I love everything he does. I have been a fan of his since fucking Hemlock Grove. Did you ever see that ever? Did anybody in the chat ever see Hemlock Grove?
Seen him. Oh my God. That was like 2010.
2010. Yes. And I love him so much. And but I have to make a distinction. It's not Skarsgård. It's Pennywise the Clown, right?
Yes.
Would I smash or pass? I'll say this: I would pass, but if he is Skarsgård's version,
yes,
I wouldn't have the option because he'd drag me underneath the sewers, and I would be dead because I would be riveted. I'd be like, "Oh, you got balloons," but he would have to tell me with something other than balloons. He would have to be like, "We have Irish liquor down here. Come on, Georgie." And I would be like, I'm fucking sold.
Oh my God.
I'd be there.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, definitely he's a pass for me.
Okay. All right.
But I knew that was gonna bring up something good with you, and I'm so glad. So how about Harley Quinn? This isn't the best picture of Harley Quinn.
Smash! Harley is bae. Yes, like
she is. She's crazy, and I might die in the process. But
right. But it would be so worth it. Harley is the best.
Poison Ivy.
Smash. God, we're seeing a type here starting to accumulate for me.
This is. You don't say no. You don't say
no to that. No, she's fucking beautiful.
To that,
she's
you
beautiful.
Eat it up
smart.
all night long for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you. But
she's a doctor, Dr. Pamela Isley. Yes.
Yeah. Smash all day. Yeah. How about the Evil Queen?
Oh, Are we talking the Charlize Theron version, or are we talking the original Evil Queen version?
The original Snow White Evil Queen version.
I would say smash, but I feel like she would be really jealous of like me. And I feel like she would project her jealousness, like if I were her lover, right? So if she does all of that because some girl might have sharper cheekbones than her, imagine what she would fucking do to a man she was afraid to lose.
Oh, you know what? You're overthinking it. I'm 4 tequilas in. All right.
Okay, fine. Fuck it. 4 tequilas. We'll do the Evil Queen.
Okay. All right. I'm going to tell you before I even show you. This one for me is a total smash. This one is a ride hard, put away wet every day for a week with no sleep and no food. Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, 100% smash. Yes. She's like the vaudeville icon. Yes.
Oh my God.
Look at that form. Yes.
Oh my God. It is
And
because Jessica Rabbit that all the women in Vegas right now spend 10 grand on tits that look
100%.
like that.
Like that. Because literally, and not, I mean, she's a fucking icon. Like the idea of Jessica Rabbit is an icon.
She is.
Absolute smash.
Okay, how about the bride, Beatrice Kiddo?
Is that Kill Bill?
Yeah.
It looks like Kill Bill.
It's Beatrice Kiddo. They called her the bride.
I'm going to say smash because I love a violent woman. And I'm terrified at the same time to ever leave her because I will be the next to die.
And Uma Thurman is, I'm smash. I'm smash. I'll probably not survive as well, but that's okay. Make it quick.
Yes.
You're good at that. You're an assassin.
Make it quick.
Well, that was absolutely fun.
That was so much fun. I love these games so much.
That's it. We went way over the hour.
We did.
We
did. We were having fun. It looks like people were enjoying it. People are still here. They were having a good time.
There's a lot of people here. So before we wrap it up, does anybody have any questions for us or just want to like pop in and you know, pick our brains, like pretty much ask anything?
Yeah. And we have a little delay between like when you type versus like what we can see. But like, yeah. I'm trying, and I'm looking back up through the chat to see if anybody asks.
Tell us what you think of our live stream, and hopefully you'll stay subscribed.
Hopefully you will. Hopefully you'll just subscribe to me and then join the Discord where you can be in on the mania. It's fantastic.
You guys have to do that. You have to subscribe to Cody and get in on the Discord.
Okay, so Ricker asks, how do we get into your Discord? You just subscribe to me. It's in my Brittany. I love you, Brittany. I feel like Brittany and I would be really good friends.
I do too, Brittany, and she's rad. She's great, cool. And she's an amazing writer too. She's amazing.
So Brittany, just subscribe to me, and then the link is there. But I'm gonna warn you. I mean, you are getting warned. And in the immortal words of the guy who narrated Twilight Zone, what you are about to see is a nightmare.
Speaking of which, does anybody want me to read from this book? Or
yes, I want to read from it, but I want you to read first.
I want you to read from it.
Do you? I have to see.
Maybe I'll read like a line and then you read a line.
Okay, we can do that. But I need like a copy of the manuscript or something. I need to see like.
Okay, let me find something and I'll take a picture and send it to you.
Okay.
Or I'll text it to you. Actually, let me just do that. Well, you guys are just ask us some questions. Ask us anything. Ask us literally. The more unhinged, the better.
Yes, like.
Ask us some unhinged.
Anything
at all. Keep it going. Keep it going because this is going to be worth it.
Right.
Okay, I'm just taking a picture of chapter 10. I don't even know what's on here, and I'm gonna grab this text off of it.
Open to it, and you're like, okay, all right.
Yeah. This is dangerous, but
okay,
we're here for the danger.
We are here for the danger.
My freaking finger covered it up. God damn it. Okay, questions. Come on, guys. You got questions?
Okay, we've got a couple. But before we dive in, I also want to tell Brittany. So one of the big things that I do in here is Project Abracadabra. So if you are a fiction writer, I would love for you to make a submission to Project Abracadabra because like it's like a lot of fun. I've enjoyed doing it. I've been narrating authors' texts. So I go live in front of a camera If you did subscribe to me, you could go and you could see episode 4 is the most recent one, but we're up to 4 episodes now. But anyhow, like, and for anybody else too who is like on live stream, I'm really wanting to get more submissions to Project Abracadabra. So please, if you'd like for me to narrate an excerpt from your work, there are links which I would really love for you guys to read on my Substack. I could probably find a way to post them. I'll restack this tomorrow, and then I'll add the little link into it. But like, yeah, it's a lot of fun. All right, and what else? What are we at? Okay, you ready, Elle?
Yeah, I'm ready. I just sent
Okay.
it to you on Substack.
Okay. Before we dive in, Brittany also had a question. She said, "What is the craziest thing you have written?" Okay.
That's a better question for you, because for me, my lovemaking scenes, grandma could read and would not be disappointed with. Like, like you really could. You could give my lovemaking scenes to grandma, and she'd be like, "Oh, that's really nice. That's very well written."
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I just started to like dip my toe into some darker stuff, and it's nothing compared to to Cody and like half the people on the live stream.
This is a really hard question. It's hard to think about what the craziest thing I've written is. Okay, if I were to come up with one though, I mean, honestly, like the first thing that kind of like pops into my mind is like, I mean, other than chapter 8, which is just pure brutality of a bargain to become, like, my mind flashes back instantly to just like the graphicness of like the scene where Soren, my protagonist, arrives in the border town of Ern. He finds it's already been like burned to the ground, and more than that, like this army that was there was incredibly macabre. They put heads on spikes, and you have like they crucified the village's Siniskel. So I mean, if we're getting dark with it, if that's what you mean by like craziest,
yeah, crazy,
then that's probably the one, because that was a pretty brutal chapter. But craziest is in like zany. I'd have to think about that a little bit more. I don't know. What do you? Let's see.
The other question. There's another question here which I have an answer for. What was one of my favorite lines or scenes I've written, or what we've written? In the Warden, like everything I write really is kind of leading up to this book, which needs major rewriting and editing at this point. But my protagonist is a shifter. She shifts into a Unicornus alata, which is a winged unicorn. And it's very rare, and the shifting does cost her. So during her first shift, she knows what's coming, and she's moved into what's called a witnessing chamber with her warden. And her warden witnesses it. And it's one way that I write spectacle, because it's a shift with real emotional weight, with the warden witnessing it. And writing it and reading it feels to me almost like, well, not that any of you guys know what an LSD trip feels like, or maybe you do, but it but it feels like that. Like it just feels very like all your senses are just like heightened when I'm reading it. It's like it's yeah, like an ecstasy trip almost. Like I just feel it so much in all my cells, like that this explosion, this shift is happening, and then this man is just being undone by it. It's probably one of my favorite things I've ever written.
I love that. All right, so thinking about one of my favorite things that I've ever written. So honestly, I think it comes from chapter 8, because I remember this being like one section in chapter 8. And for those of you who have maybe joined late, like my serial A Bargain to Become on Substack is like told from about 3 different character perspectives. So it jumps POV, but it does so in a way to where it doesn't feel like head hopping. Each of them have their own segment in the chapter. But lately, I remember this last chapter that I did, chapter 8, was like so like visceral and real. And honestly, like my favorite line is the last one that I wrote in it. I mean, it's a line, but I mean, may I read it? Am I allowed to read it? Can I read it on our live stream, Elle? It's just
go
last...
ahead. Yeah,
okay.
This is fun. We're gonna keep going here.
So this to set up the context for this ending scene, and I think it's less of a line and it's more of a scene, but in this ending scene, the father of my protagonist has been taking his own journey into a really foreign land to try to arrange a marriage that my protagonist doesn't know that he's trying to do. And in this land, he's encountered like an insane amount of obstacles, and suddenly he's realized that like there's are really dark things bleeding into this land. He's been attacked by like these shadow creatures. He's been attacked by like these wraith-like things. And so we come to the end of the chapter where he's having a dream. And I don't know why I like it so much, but it just freaks me out when I read it to myself. And the line goes like this, and the character's name is Erythor. Erythor tried to close his eyes, tried to hide from it in the dark, but could not. It had seen him. Its fingers moved. The nib scratched against the pages of the book and sounded like a chisel against slate. It grinned at him and wrote down his name. And the chapter just ends there.
Oh, well, now that you got your narrator voice warmed up, you ready to narrate some spotted bull moaning action?
Oh, we're actually doing this. Okay.
Hey, you said this was going to be the pinnacle of your career. So everybody, if you're under 18, leave the chat now. If you're over 18, you are consenting to hearing this page out of this book right here, which is about milking minotaurs.
Morning Glory Milking Farm.
And we're not talking about the female ones.
Before we dive in, Grandma Vault said Death Note. Yeah, Grim, you are right. That whole thing was heavily inspired by Death Note. I love that anime. It's one of my favorite things. Yeah. So in that scene, Erythor he's having a dream, but he's in a country called Bosknavia where this other plane of Sphera's universe presses really hard against the material realm. And so it affects people, and it affects their dreams, affects things like that. And he comes face to face in that dream with what would be the Spheran equivalent of a Shinigami. So yeah, that was a heavy inspiration for that. So good call out. All right. And with that being said, let's fucking do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Did you send it to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to email it to you, or
did you just send it to Substack? Or did you like?
Yeah, I DM'd it to you in Substack.
Okay, all right, I can do the Substack. Let's see here. Gotcha. You really started with the cell?
Well, I just opened it up in the middle of the book and took a picture.
All right. Okay, so for those of you who are just joining us, you are witnessing CT Finney.
Go all in. It'll be worth it.
Reading some of the best smut available on Amazon. I
got it on Amazon for $25.
And now I'm doing this as a cold read, so let me just let everybody know I have had no prior context to the chapter that Elle is sending me. I do not know the characters. I'm not in their heads. I am doing this as a cold read. So all right. Here we go. Let's start. I'm gonna go in with this. Okay, are we ready?
All right. Well, you want me to prepare you? What you're reading is Violet the Milker.
No. Don't prepare me.
Okay.
I just want to do it.
Okay.
I just want to fucking do it. Okay. All right. But I'm gonna go in. I'm just warning everybody. I'm gonna get really into this. Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna come. The spotted bull moaned, bellowing as his horns cut through the air. I'm gonna come so hard for you. You're the best breeding bull in the stable, Violet assured the Minotaur above her. I'm gonna milk you dry. The good little cows were...
That was so good.
If nothing else, a predictable lot. They bucked and bellowed, stamping and scraping their hooves against the stalks as if they were about to charge, begging to be milked like the cows they were. Of all the things she'd learned about minotaurs in the several months she'd been at the farm, this particular kink was the most eye-opening. Where was I? Oh, she'd begun to wonder, as she moved amongst the different species of employees at the farm and the residents of Cambric Creek, if they all possessed different species-specific sexual proclivities. Who is doing this while having sex again? Okay. Okay, hold on. All right. She recalled a conversation with Gellis in which the vampire had pointed out the obvious human kink Violet had been ignorant of before taking his job. And scene.
Woo! Whew. Oh my god, I can't. Ah, I'm reading this book. I'm so reading this book. That was all you. Oh my god, the first part of that you nailed.
I just wanted to go on record of saying this is
so
the first ever live recording which will exist from Substack to in memoriam of C.T. Finney reading Smut.
Smut, I know. And of course, you saw it here first on the Warden's Archive.
On the Warden's Archive.
Where we don't take ourselves too seriously and we love each other along the way.
I love it. I love it. I love you long time.
I love you long time too. I love you up against the wall at 3 a.m.
on the ceiling. Elle is my goddess. For anybody viewing this right now, if you have not subscribed to her, please go and do so right now. She is one of the most talented writers on Substack, and I'm not just saying that to glaze her. Like, truthfully, Elle is amazing. She's a beautiful human being. She's funny and just engaging. So subscribe to her now because she's fucking awesome. Love her. Love her to death.
That's really sweet. Thank you so much. And of course, I'm going to say the same about Cody. You absolutely need to subscribe to Cody. I mean, if you didn't see how freaking talented he is and how awesome he is, and
even when
his beautiful chest hairs. Just subscribe to him because he has this beautiful chest hairs.
We have werewolves. We have werewolves in chapter 8, everybody.
And also, and if you are new and just meeting Cody too, definitely reach out to him if you want to be featured on Project Abracadabra. He's also looking for some sponsors too, which, by the way, I'm gonna probably throw another sponsorship at you for June. So,
all right. Oh,
yeah, I'll definitely go in another round.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, he's looking for sponsors too. He's new at this, so it's not it's not a huge investment, but he will shout you out, share and link your profile and all of his posts. And I think you got a couple more weeks and you'll be reading one of mine, right? One of my
and not just
Dragon
a couple
parodies.
So if we're gonna be this week is gonna be crazy, but I am going to try to get Anthony Fantasy's Project Abracadabra out. So episode 5 should come out Thursday. Yours is the week after, so literally like a week from Thursday, and then we are debuting the Warden's own Project Abracadabra episodes. Make sure
it'll be really different compared to everything you've done because it's more humor.
It will be
little silly.
And I love that. Yes.
It's a little silly. So I'm interested in how you're gonna read it. I'm interested in what you've got for Anthony Fantasy because he was the one that inspired my please make a warning post that I made a month ago because I was reading his prologue one morning having coffee and we started off with bloodbaths right away and I was like, okay, ooh, get the sage. Is it like holding my
He's
coffee?
funny. I love that guy. I mean, yeah, like he has a keen eye for like he's really good at making like suggestions on like what to do and like so it was yeah, I mean, he was the first Substack author that I encountered and I was like, sure, why not? But I'm okay, and I'll be honest, and I've talked about this in Discord. I know we're running really, really close on time here over, but
Oh yeah.
with we have 34 viewers and they stayed with us so far. Anyhow, Anthony's like stuff. So here's the deal. And it's a running joke on the Discord. One of the hardest accents for me to sustain as a voice actor is French, and his main character is French. And the
Ooh.
problem is I will start talking in French, and before you know it, I'm turning it into German, and I don't know why, but for some reason, French is my most unstable accent in my repertoire. So next week is going to be a challenge for me. So I'm gonna have to like get it down and do it, and I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best. So we're gonna.
Oh, that'll be fun though. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I know we went, we only went 42 minutes over.
It's okay. Oh, and let me say before we leave, if I'm still doing another live stream too. So I will be interviewing Konstantin Dmitriev with the incredible, incomparable Jonathan Scar.
I'm excited. I'll be there while I'm folding my laundry. I'll be watching the whole thing.
7 p.m. EST, y'all. So come and tune in with me because we're gonna have a great conversation tonight. I'm looking forward to it.
Is it 7 p.m. Eastern time?
Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Yeah.
So that's like
6 for you.
Yeah,
No, 5.
no.
4.
4.
We're good at math, everybody.
Even simple math. I know. I'm always like, what?
I count on my fingers. Elle. I'm like, I have to like, I still do that. So.
I failed math. I'm telling you, I failed all the math classes. So there you go. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Really, we love you all that you were here. Thanks for your questions.
Yes.
And yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you on the other side of Substack.
See you by the fireside. Bye, everybody. Now we have to figure out how to end it. That's the one. I think I hit the leave button.
I got it.